A regular guest here at Compass FM from Environment Canterbury is Makarini Rupene, and he joins me now. We're going to be talking very shortly about Mahinga and biodiversity and the next big shed talk coming up, which we would like as many farmers as possible to attend. Very good afternoon to you, Makarini.
Kia ora, John. Nice to be back in the office.
Good to have you back here, mate. Really good. Nice hot day out there, and I would imagine you're very busy at the moment. I tell you what, I read with fascination, and I know you're involved with this, the eels out at White's Pond. Now the water's dried up, and what's happening to the eels, Makarini? I mean, how many were there that you've had to basically save, I guess, from certain death?
Yeah, dead right. Certain death was where they'd be at by about now. So overall, I think we saved be well over 600 eels over a 2-month period. Started before Christmas, and then just over the holiday period, I took the family back in and we went through with nets, and in the end we did the big dig out and relocated them.
It's an old quarry site, am I right?
Yes, it was the old county before the council days. It was used for gravel extraction, and it's like a groundwater water there, so, and with the last couple of years being very dry, they talk about ground currents and river flow underground. It hasn't been building up, so it's been drying out.
Okay, it's a lot of eels, 600, some of them quite old too.
Yeah, we had some really good mix of sizes, and it was really interesting to see some of the really small ones in there, and being that it's landlocked, but then again I go back to talk about the ground currents, and for myself, I was always taught about how eels can find the river channels underground and they'll pop up anywhere. And that's what I think's happened in the past. They've found an open channel, managed to get into the quarry. Then that channel's closed up, and as springs pop up and close again, and then they've been landlocked in there. And it's too far away for them to try and migrate into any of the other streams. So they were facing certain death if nothing was done.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because, eels can travel overland, can't they?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
And they can burrow, man. How deep were these eels burrowing into the mud?
Yeah, so just talking about the eels able to cover across, travel across land. If it's moist and dark, they can go a fair way. They can really travel. And they were burrowed in. We were going in 2 feet, digging down 2 feet. So they were in the clay and the mud. She was pretty messy.
I can imagine. And you weren't tempted to bring machinery in. You didn't want to disturb them, I suppose, too much.
Well, I did have a think about it, and I thought if we could get a team in, which we did, we had about 8 people come in, and because that puddle size had got down to so small by that stage, it was a lot safer to try and do it by hand than machinery.
You've done a great job. Well done, mate, to you and your team. You. Fantastic. Yep. And of course, am I right in saying that eel in Māori is tuna?
Tuna, that's correct.
Yep. Which is Mahinga kai, of course.
It is another part of a species of Mahinga kai, or a part of Mahinga kai, and which is a great lead into next week on the Wednesday, holding a Mahinga kai shed talk out at the Spencer Bauer family farm, and that's out at I do have the address.
Corner there. 2 Chain and Heatherton Roads.
That's correct. Yep. So we're heading out there, and we've got kicking off at 10. We've got refreshments, and we're going through to about 12. And we're starting off. They've got a remnant kanuka stand there, which holds a lot of biodiversity and Mahinga kai values. So it's a good opportunity to showcase to other farmers what's out there, and also with Richard and his wife, Susan Pearce, they're the farm managers. They've got a great vision for how they want the farm. They're doing a lot of active biodiversity projects which tie into Mahinga kai. And I'll touch a bit on Mahinga kai. What is Mahinga kai?
Yes, please do. Yeah.
A lot of people like to know. So Mahinga kai it's about the natural resources and how they're utilised, but it's a lot bigger. And I really couldn't do it justice in 5 minutes. But it's about that relationship, that understanding of how you interact with that natural resource, where you utilise it. And that's where farmers already have a relationship with their farm, and they understand their soils, how to get the best crops and products out of their farm. And so it's another way of adding to that and also using that to enhance their product by having that understanding of Mahinga kai and biodiversity and how it can feed into giving them when it comes to auditing, an A++ grade, which helps sell and market their product.
Yep, everything's interrelated.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mahinga kai, could you give us a few examples? I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder because you've got these farmers coming along and you'd like to show them, examples of Mahinga kai in Kanuka, a stand of Kanuka, is it?
Yeah, that's right. And it varies right down to your pollinating insects and your birds through to special lizards and beetles. Weta, yes, yep. And some of these species are very rare and becoming extinct. That's what's quite crucial to try and protect them and enhance them. And also with the Shed Talk, we talk about new policies and legislations that are coming into play. So if farmers need a consent to farm, they have to learn a lot more about what Mahinga kai is and include it in their farm environment plan and have that set. So if it comes to auditing, they can showcase that they've got that in their management plan and they're doing a good job.
So this is a great opportunity for farmers to upskill, become educated, get on top of it because it's a reality. It's with us, and these Shed Talks are the way forward. And you're holding quite a few of them, aren't you? You have already held quite a few over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's right. And we're hoping to run a few more through this year. COVID knocked us back last season, and it is definitely about getting farmers connected and up to date so that they can carry on with their way of life and also incorporate these new changes for the benefit for everyone really, as well as their farms.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It really is. Makarini, for those, do you have to be a farmer to come along or?
Not particularly, no. I do other Mahinga kai Shed Talks that can be for different land use, schools, different community groups.
Yes.
This one we are trying to work specifically with our inland farmers.
Yes.
Just to showcase, a lot of farmers don't realise what they have, and it's just a matter because they don't know it. And so by explaining to them and showcasing what they do have and what they can do, gives them that better understanding of what they can do on their farm.
All right. Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much for popping in. Makarini Rupene, a regular here at Compass FM, just repeating, it's going to be held on Wednesday, 3rd of February, 10 until 12. There will be some refreshments there, and it's happening just after 163 Chain Road, the corner of 2 Chain and Heatherton Roads. And by the way, if people would like to find out more about it prior to then, how can they do so, Makarini?
Yeah, so they can contact the Environment Canterbury email under events at ecan.govt.nz.
Yep.
Or they can also contact phone 021 116 8099. And everyone is welcome. It'll be a great day and a great day to see someone else's vision on farm.
Absolutely. Compass FM.